If you haven't already seen, Rachel is under fire yet again, and I refuse to take my foot off her neck.
Baby, it's so easy to change me. All you have to do is claim me.
Hi guys, and welcome back. If you haven't seen my previous video on Rachel, please feel free to check that out. I'll have it linked in the description down below. So, after pretty much all of Girl World demanding that Rachel give the money she promised to Emily instead to Beck, Rachel has decided to do that. Great. But I have two questions. One, if the community hadn't called you out and demanded this money go to Beck, would you have done that, or would you have donated it to a charity that you chose? Two, where is your acknowledgement and apology for lying to your audience by omitting the fact at the very beginning of your original video that if they watched that video, money would be going to Emily, when you knew how they felt about her? Those are my questions. Now, on to the main event. I woke up this morning to a series of receipts. Let's take a look. So the first thing I saw this morning was this post from Charlie Gold, and it just gets really interesting. So we're going to read. Rachel, she sent me a video of her smoking. That's weird. Oh, that feels like her dipping her toe into video calling. I flirted a little, not gonna lie. I wanted the tea. Delicious cancer stick in an ashtray mouth. Delicious. It got a bit uncomfortable, not gonna lie. I'm a big old flirt and she took the bait. But that's how I got the tea. So, it's okay to fancy Emily. Be honest with us. We listen and we don't judge. I'll show you the smoking video tomorrow. Genuinely considering reaching out to Emily. That kind of money would change my life. I feel like if people knew, they would be a lot more understanding. Haha. I doubt it. I think those with the hump just like to have the hump. They will anyway, when they see the donation. That video made 3.6K so far. So I will be forced to out myself. Haha. Jawbone says, by the way, I'm not saying you were riding Emily's clit, Rachel. I'm just taking the piss out of what Amber said. And Rachel said, I simp for money, literally. Did people think I was going to get the best tea in Girl World for months and not have to get a bit muddy? Ha ha. So I'm just going to read that one more time. I simp for money, literally. Did people think I was going to get the best tea in Girl World for months and not have to get a bit money? Ha ha. Disgusting. I am repulsed. Absolutely repulsed. And then there's Amber's oh-so-clever response. In a world far, far away called Girl World, there lived a queen of the Ambabies. Away from the castle and the village where the mediocre stay, Lord Farquaad, the failed philosopher, fell in love with the queen's ex, Thomas Salamis. Brilliant. Just brilliant. And then finally, there's Rachel's even more clever response. Classy. Very classy. I may be a small channel, and I may just be a tiny voice shouting into the void, but that doesn't mean that what I have to say doesn't matter. Just like anyone watching, anyone following along with this mess, Rachel, you may have thought that flirting with the feeder was worth getting some tea, but I wonder if at the end of all of this, you're going to go the way of other reaction channels that made decisions that pushed their audiences away. We'd hate to see another young dumb honey bun, right? The thing is, Rachel, you flirted with Emily to get some information that no one was asking you for. You didn't have to flirt to pretend to be interested in Emily. She wanted to get this information out. Yet again, you think that you had the upper hand, but I'm afraid you've come out the other side as the fool. You are not as smart as you are trying to tell us you are. If you think giving in and giving back the money after the audience told you makes you look good, I'm sorry, but it doesn't. You and I both know that the only reason you're giving this money to Beck is to save your own skin. You would have never done that if the entire audience hadn't told you it would redeem your stupid decision to pay Emily. You are using Beck to make yourself look better after a scandal. Shame on you. I will no longer be watching anything from Rachel because I don't trust her. She has lied to her audience, been a sneak, and it's all for money in my opinion. But in the end, that's all that is, my opinion. And I want to hear your opinions. What do you think about Rachel? Do you think she would have helped Beck out if the audience hadn't been bombarding her? I want to hear your opinions on this situation. As always, please don't go after anyone I've talked about in this video. I do not promote mean girl behavior. I want this to be a cozy place in Girl World where we hold people accountable but never go further than that. So thank you so much for listening to me ramble today. Like and follow if you want to hear more of my thoughts, and have a fantastic day. Don't message any feeders. Mwah! Bye!
To be continued.